Gather around, dear friends, for a story about an elephant. A badass elephant. Game Freak, a developer most notably known for their acclaimed Pokemon games, got some shore leave and decided to stretch their legs with a new IP in the form of Tembo, the badass elephant. But is a game with only 3 worlds and no online multiplayer good enough to justify your $15 nowadays? The story is short and lighthearted, and only serves as an explanation for why a giant elephant in war paint with a bandana is running around a city destroying tanks and slaughtering thousands of soldiers. That said, it has its charms and is told through some classic comic-style scenes that are well thought out and contain some pretty humorous moments. Since the story is such a small part of the game, however, it'll be exempt from the score tally at the end of the review. When you first start playing Tembo the Badass Elephant, it'll become all too clear that you've played this game before. Tembo dashes, rolls into a ball that homes in on enemies, and fights similar bosses to a certain other video game character. But that's not to say Tembo is an exact copy of Sonic. He can use water to put out fires as well as his famous butt slam to maneuver down buildings. His gameplay is also quite combat heavy. Enemies block your path, but if you're not careful, you may destroy parts of the environment that you need to rescue one of the many civilians hidden throughout each level. And while they don't add to any completion bonus, they are a nice side task. The game wisely locks progression down to kills, so you can run through a level fast and beat it, but if you do so, you can't progress any further. This mechanic forces you to search every nook and cranny of every level, enhancing your overall experience. If I had one complaint, it would be that the game dips slightly in performance from time to time, but other than that, it's a solid package with very few glitches. The soundtrack is full of grandiose symphonies of trumpets and drums that feel right at home with the tone. But there are also some other standout tracks during the levels that take the main theme and remix it to change the tone it conveys. The techno-disco level near the end of the game is a fabulous example of this. Well done on the sound design department, Game Freak. I expect nothing less from a company that I still hum the battle themes to. The game's art style screams character. Little touches like having the soldiers salute you as you run by them to the reactions of the enemy soldiers running away as you draw closer immerse you in the experience. Level designs are unique and you're never in any one area for too long before a new area with new mechanics gets thrown in. Tembo manages to challenge and reward you with its old-school platforming gameplay and all-out rampage-inducing levels. It's got plenty of charm and doesn't try to be anything other than what it is, a simple $15 downloadable game that will provide you with around 4 to 5 hours of good fun. And in a world of games oversaturated by sequels to first-person shooters and sports games, it's a welcome addition to any platformer-loving gamer's library. Hey guys, so it's been about 4.5 years-ish. Yeah, 4.5. I went away to college and I stopped doing reviews because I did not have time to while I was in college, but that's okay. Graduated, got a job. I'm a user interface designer, which basically means I design websites and, like annual reports and stuff for companies. It's actually way funner than I'm making it sound. I know I'm making it sound boring, but I really do quite like it. But I need something to do when I get home, like a hobby, something to create. So I went out, got myself a capture card, a way better mic this time around, and I'm back to doing some reviews on this channel. I'm going to try to do maybe 2-3 a month, and as well on the side maybe do some Let's Plays and actually complete them, because I know I haven't completed Dragon's Dogma, and I'll never be able to complete Dragon's Dogma. That footage is lost, and I just do not want to go back to that game to complete it. But yeah, so hopefully you'll be seeing more of me. Got a new logo, so Dragonfire144 out. The story is short and lighthearted and only serves as an explanation for why a giant elephant in war paint with a bandana is running around a city destroying tanks and slaughtering thousands of soldiers. That said, it has its charms and is told through some very Oh, I missed you, mess-ups. It's been 4.5 years and I still can't read a script for shit. Woo! Let's take it from the top.